Hello, this is a video of a dive I did with my buddies Andrew and Barry, and we go and visit the post office and what we call the snack bar, one of the crew's mess rooms on the USS Oriskany. So here's a diagram of the starboard profile. Here's where Steve tied us in, right? The flagpoles. Go down, meet him at the radars there, and we're going to continue our way down. We're going to enter in a passageway right about here, past the photo rooms. So here's a drawing of the hangar deck level. This is the passage that we enter through, and we're going to make our way over to the 83 cutout where we're going to drop our bottles and then descend down into the third deck there. So here's Andrew and Barry entering the passageway past the photo lab area. I had to use my helmet cam here. I accidentally stopped the recording on my bigger camera. So we just have the helmet cam for this one, and the big camera's kind of in the way for most of it. Here I am entering into the hangar bay, and you can see Andrew and Barry already dropping their bottles. I'm going to follow behind them and then pick up here. We're descending through the 83 cutout. We're going to descend down two decks to the third deck, where the post office and the crew's mess room is located. Andrew goes one deck below down to the fourth deck and takes a peek around there. And this is on the second deck, which is a squadron ready room. Here's the deck plan for the third deck. So we're gonna come out of the 83 cutout, go around that pole there, past the post office this time. Andrew's gonna run a line, tie off to the doorway here. While he's doing that, I'm gonna go around into the crew's mess room and shoot some video in there. And then they're gonna leave the same way. When I leave, I'm gonna sneak around into the post office and get some video in there. So here's Andrew tying off his line to the handrail in the 83 cutout. Now, the space we're in right now is the Terrier missile and bomb assembly area. And straight across there, you can see where the post office is. There's a couple windows where you can drop off your letters. Andrew's going to make a quick tie off on this pole here, and then continue into the crew's mess area with that line. Here's a shot panning around the Terrier missile assembly space, and then I'm going to take a peek down this ladder well here, and this leads down to the ship's armory for the Marine deck. Um, and that passageway down there goes back to where Andrew was looking before, one deck below. Here, Andrew and Barry are going into the crew's mess room, and there's the doorway to the post office that I'll peek my head in on the way out, and then I'm just gonna follow them into this area. While Andrew's tying off the line at the next doorway here, Barry takes a peek around the corner to the griddle there. This is where the galley area is for this crew's mess area. A lot of stainless steel. Warmer trays are still there. And then I'm going to come over to the other side of the room here and go take a look where all the tables used to be. There's a bunch of posts in there where all the tabletops used to be, where the crew would eat. Here we are making our way back into the Terrier missile assembly area. And while they go explore that area a little bit, I'm going to sneak into the post office here. You can see there's a nice big safe still in here, a couple cabinets, and a couple hatches on the deck here. Here, making my way back into the Terrier missile space. Getting a little silty with everybody in there. Bubbles knocking some silt off the ceiling there. Probably the first people in here for a while. This next space that Barry's going in to take a peek in is not on the drawing. It's some kind of temporary bulkhead here. So he's going to go around. There's a bigger opening there. I'm going to stick the camera in there and get a shot of him swimming in there and checking out the asbestos warning sign. Here we are leaving the 83 cutout, making our way back up to the hangar bay. Barry goes first, Andrew comes along, he'll go up, and then I will follow them through the cutout up to the hangar bay. Here I'm leaving the third deck, going through the second deck here. I'm going to pan around here. Again, this is the one of the squadron ready rooms on the ship, where all the aviators will get ready for their flights and do their briefings. And then I'm going to come up and you can see the hangar deck there. I got a nice little fireworm there. And we're going to pick up our bottles. And then we're going to make our way over to the 110 cutout. We're not going to go in it. We're just going to take a peek there. And then we're going to come back out. We're going to exit through the trash burner room and back outside the wreck. So here we are making our way through the hangar deck. Uh, Heading aft over to the 110 cutout. Here we are at the 110 cutout. You can see the handrail go around there, and then here's exiting through the trash room. Barry's close to the deck there, and Andrew's just above him. Here I'm gonna go over this bundle. There's a little crab in there. I'm gonna get one of my deco bottles and get a little bit hung up there. So it takes me a second to go out of here. And then make our way to what we refer to as Normandy Beach. This is where the gangway was mounted for when they were doing the cleanup for the ship before they sank it. So these stanchions here kind of look like the Normandy Beach on D-Day. Here's a shot as we go up and around the island. Today we're diving off the H2O below with Captain Doug. I'll leave his information in the comments if you want to come to Pensacola and dive the Oriskany. Again, it was with Andrew and Barry today. And thanks to Dive Master Steve and Cody for tying us in and getting us to the wreck today.